All right, everybody, how is it going? It is Tuesday, December 4th, 2018, and it is week 14 in the NFL. And you know what that means if you've been listening to this channel for any amount of time. It is week 14 NFL pick'em time. So let's just jump right into these picks and get started so we can have an idea of who plays this week, who's going to win, who you can make bets on, even though I don't condone betting with these picks. But let's just jump right into the picks. No buys this week anymore in the NFL, so let's just jump into Thursday Night Football. We have the Jacksonville Jaguars heading down to Tennessee to play the Titans in kind of an irrelevant matchup of teams. I don't really think either of these teams are going to be like important going forward considering the playoffs, but the Titans can play spoilers, so can the Jaguars, I guess. So when two spoiler teams are playing each other, who really cares? No one's going to watch this. It's going to be tough to stream. But I see the Titans winning 20 to 9, especially at home. If this was in Jacksonville, I might consider it differently, but the Jaguars' offense is horrible. The Titans' offense is horrible. I just think the Titans have a little bit better offense on any given day. The Titans can score points. I consider this one of those things. So give me the Titans 20 to 9 over the Jaguars in what will be a very boring, painful game. Now we have Sunday 1 p.m. We have the Jets and the Bills. Again, the two straight games with I have no care for who wins either of them. These two teams really don't matter. If the last two teams didn't matter, these two teams are the epitome of this game doesn't matter. A 4-8 team hosting a 3-9 team, the bottom dwellers of the AFC. So last place in the AFC is on the line. The Bills will win 23 to 20. I don't really care who wins this or loses. I guess the Bills will win 23 to 20, whatever. And then we have the Cleveland Browns hosting the Carolina Panthers. This is an interesting game because of the fact that the Panthers are on the road. I do not have them winning in Cleveland. They can't win in Tampa Bay. They can't win anywhere. They can't win in Carolina really anymore either. So give me the Cleveland Browns beating them on the road, or the Browns winning at home 31 to 24. The Browns will improve to 5-7-1, blah 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 blah. But again, I like the Browns winning this one. They're at home. The Panthers cannot win on the road this year. Newton's been playing bad. The team's been playing bad. So, again, 31-24. That'll be the final. This isn't really an upset. Sorry. And then we're going to have the Atlanta Falcons heading into Green Bay. I'm a little apprehensive about picking the Packers to win this game after they were just upset by the Arizona Cardinals at home. But I have a feeling that game was played poorly by the Packers to get rid of Mike McCarthy. I think we're not going to see them lose in Lambeau again this year, maybe other than to the Lions, but we'll get there when we get there. I want to see how the Packers do without Mike McCarthy. I feel like they were playing bad to get rid of the guy. We'll see if that's the case. We'll see how Rodgers plays against the Packers or the Falcons. That's what I tend to believe. So we'll see. I think the Packers will win this game at home, 31 to 28. Don't really see a road. I don't see them losing two in a row at home. It's just that won't happen. Sorry. As much as I hate the Packers and as much as I hate Aaron Rodgers and enjoy the 4-7-1 record, they're not going to lose two in a row in Lambeau. Sorry. Not Aaron Rodgers, not this team. And then we have the Colts heading down to Houston to play, the Houston Texans in a game that really was exciting like a week ago before the Colts got blown or got destroyed and embarrassed 6-0 by the Jaguars. If this game was in Indianapolis, it might be a lot better of a game. It might be closer, but I don't like the Colts at all. They tricked everybody with the 6-game winning streak against a bunch of loser-ass football teams. When I really went and looked at who that winning streak was against, there wasn't one good team on there except maybe the Dolphins, which they kind of had to have a miracle comeback to happen. So I don't see the Colts being as good as a team as everyone thought. They're better than all the bad teams, sure, but can they beat a team that's 9-3 at home, who has a chance at like serious like a second round like like a second seed in the playoffs? No, that's not going to happen. Houston's going to be playing this game hard. They want that second seed because the Chiefs or New England could lose again, and all of a sudden Houston's sitting pretty at a number 2 seed. So let's really think about that, where the Houston Texans are and what the Colts are doing. I like the Texans winning 31 to 18, especially since they're at home. The Colts are playing. They played that last game piss poor. I don't see them rebounding very well. Houston's got a good defense too, so 31 to 18. Let's go to the rest of the 1 p.m. games then. We have the Kansas City Chiefs hosting the Baltimore Ravens, and I know this pick's going to get a lot of flack, and I'm going to get some goddamn heat for this game, but I don't really care. I think the Chiefs are going to win 38 to 24, sorry. Sorry to say that. And I know that's a bit disrespectful to the Ravens defense, but I've been proven right about picking with the Ravens all season. I predicted everything with this fucking team, to the fact, even the Drew Brees, down to the fact that that Saints game was the start of the end of the Joe Flacco era. 3 games later, he's benched for Lamar Jackson. I've been calling your team all this season. I know the Ravens better than you do, and you're their goddamn fans. By the way, you're also going to have Kareem Hunt next year, so that's pretty cool. But I also think you might win the division, if I'm being fully honest. But you're not going to beat the Kansas City Chiefs, and they're going to beat up on you. It is what it is. Sorry, I just really don't see you guys winning on the road. I don't see you guys being. Your defense is good. It's the number one defense in the NFL in scoring and yards allowed. So number one defense. But I don't think that really matters when Patrick Mahomes shows up. He's gonna light you up. He's gonna put 30 plus on the board. It is what it is, Ravens. And I respect your team. I just know what this team is. I know the Ravens. I fucking got this team figured out. And that is what it is. So, sorry, guys. I don't mean any disrespect. You're going to give up a lot to the Ravens or the Chiefs, and you're going to lose. Prove me wrong. And now this fucking game. The Patriots heading into Miami. This is the game every year that I get the most freaked out by. We can be playing any team. We could go play the New Orleans Saints in New Orleans, and I'll say, yeah, we're going to win easy. Fuck the Saints. But playing in Miami when you're the New England Patriots is a really hard thing. It's always goddamn really hot down there. The Jacksonville game, for example, the Patriots struggled in that night in that really, really hot game. Patriots struggle in warm weather. And they struggle in Miami. A lot of teams don't play well down in Miami. It's the weather, all that stuff. So I'm going to have some respect. They're also 6-6. I think they'd be a 7-win or an 8-win team if they had Ryan Tannehill all season. So I have some respect for the Dolphins. Don't get me wrong. I think they're a decent little football team, but they're not going to beat the Patriots. I like the Patriots 28-24 in a game that'll be a lot closer than everyone's thinking. Do not go with the spread in this one. I see the Patriots have like an 8.5 point favorite. I'm like, what the fuck is this? The Patriots do bad in Miami late in the season. What do you? And the Dolphins are not a bad 6-6 team, so they're in the playoff hunt still. Like they're going to be playing this game as hard as they physically can. So New England better bring it, and they know they will. But I like the Patriots winning 28-24. We'll move on to the next game. I'm not really going to discuss this one. You can figure out why on your own why I have the Saints winning 42-28 against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Their defense is trash, and the Saints have a lot better off defense than people think. I'm not going to go into this one. Next game. The New York Giants will head into Washington to play the Washington Redskins, and this game's really hard to talk about because I don't know who's going to be playing quarterback for the Redskins. Right now it's Mark Sanchez. And if that's the case, holy shit, the Redskins are going to go 6-10 and have a rough end of the year. Just sign Colin Kaepernick if you're the Redskins. What do you have to lose? I mean, this season is doomed if you don't bring in number 7. Sign him. You got a primarily black fan base. They won't fucking care. Nobody will care if you sign Colin at this point. Most NFL fans are going, yeah, at this point, you got to sign the son of a bitch. I mean, we don't like him, but, I mean, come on, Washington. Save your season. Holy crap. So I feel bad for those fans that they won't just bite the bullet and sign Colin. Eric Reid's doing just fine in Carolina. Sign him. Your season cannot be saved by Mark Sanchez. Meanwhile, the Giants won 28-20. No, they'll win 28-20 over their division rival, the Redskins. The Giants are kind of like this weird team that's playing very well right now. I like what I'm seeing out of the Giants. There's no quitting them. They don't care. They're 4-8. Fuck the draft is their motto. We want to win, and we want to win 8-8. That could potentially steal a playoff spot. We'll see in their division. I think a team with an 8-8 record can win the NFC East. So we'll see how that goes playing forward. They're only like 2 games out of first, 3 games out of first, so it's not that hard to believe. They have to win out. The Cowboys have to lose. They need some help, but they could do it. I have a little bit of faith left in the Giants season, but we'll see. That'll bring us to the 4 p.m. games, of course. The Chargers will host the Cincinnati Bengals. I'm not going to say much about the Bengals. Their season's over because Andy Dalton's out. Chargers just had an impressive win on the road in Pittsburgh, so I think they'll handle the Bengals quite well. 31-13 doesn't even seem like a stretch. It is what it is. That'll probably be the score, actually. I know the Bengals will score about 13. The Chargers will get somewhere between 24 and 38. I chose 31, the middle ground. So, then the Denver Broncos will travel to San Francisco and play the 49ers. I don't know if the 49ers will actually score any points in this game, but I'm being polite and saying they'll lose 24 to 20 to the or 24 to 12 to the Broncos. The Broncos defense is playing lights out right now. Their offense is doing just enough to win games. That's all they got to do. That's literally all the Broncos offense has to do is score like 20 points and they'll win every game going forward this year. I like the Broncos playoff chances. I don't like them in the playoffs. That's a scary team. I don't want to run into them. Case Keenum's a weird quarterback, and I don't like him for that. But 24 to 12, that's an easy win for the Broncos this weekend. And then the Detroit Lions head to Arizona to play the Cardinals, and this is a shoe-in win for the Lions. I haven't actually said they've had an easy win all year, but they play the Cardinals and the Bills the next 2 weeks. Lions are going to win 28 to 15. There's not really much to say about this game. As much as I am a Lions fan, there's just not much. What am I going to say about two loser ass teams that really underperformed? One underperformed and one played up to what it was supposed to do in the Cardinals. Cardinals were supposed to suck. Lions weren't supposed to, in my opinion. But it is what it is. They'll win 28 to 15 in what should be an easier game. And then the Dallas Cowgirls host the Philadelphia Eagles. And as bad as I don't want to pick the Cowgirls to win and like win their division, it really seems more than likely that that's what's going to happen. I see them winning this game. They have a lot better defense. I'm not impressed at all by the Eagles this year. Their defense is really banged up. Their offense is just not meshing correctly. Maybe they kind of came together in that Redskins game, or were they playing a team that was just completely deflated and beaten down? They just have no fucking motivation left. I think that's more the case with the Eagles. The Cowboys have a very good defense that'll overwhelm them, and their offense is probably going to take advantage of a beat up Eagles defense. So I like the Cowboys winning this game 28 to 21. I really didn't want to pick them to win. I really don't like the Cowgirls. So 28 to 21. And then the Pittsburgh Steelers headed to Oakland for this will be a win. If you're a fucking Pittsburgh fan, you're probably very relieved you get to play the Raiders after the last couple weeks you've had in the Broncos and the Chargers. Um, now you get the Raiders. You should win 35 to 20 with no problem. If you lose this game, that's hilarious. I really want the Steelers to lose this game as someone who does not like the Pittsburgh Steelers at all. So it'd be hilarious if they went 7-5 at the hands of the Oakland Raiders, but that won't happen. 35 to 20. Please upset them, Oakland, please. Let's go to Sunday and Monday Night Football. We have Sunday Night Football. We are in for quite a treat Sunday night. We have the first place Los Angeles Rams, the playoff Los Angeles Rams, the 11-1 Los Angeles Rams. I forgot to change the Rams record, or the Bears record. The Bears are 8-4. I'm sorry, I had the wrong team there. Please ignore that. The first place Chicago Bears, the 8-4 Chicago Bears, not 2-10. I'm very sorry about that. I forgot to change something. I missed seeing something in the schedule. I thought the Rams were playing the Raiders. I don't know what I was thinking. I'm sorry about that. But again, I have the Rams beating the Bears on Sunday Night Football, 35 to 28. I know they're at home, and I know their defense is what their defense is. But if Mitchell Trubisky isn't out there playing at 100%, or if he's not ready to go, then they're not winning this game. And that's sort of what I'm running on. I'm not sure if Trubisky's playing, and I don't trust Chase Daniels to win this game. And if Trubisky is playing, how healthy is he going to be? That has me a bit worried. And the implications of this game are pretty big for like seeding and stuff. So the Rams are going to come out hard on this fucking game. This is one of the teams they need to just beat down on an 8-4 team. This is a statement win. If they beat the Bears at home or on the road, beat the Bears defense, score a bunch of points, and actually win in Chicago, that's a statement win for the Rams. They had a chance at a statement win earlier in the season when they played they have their one statement against the Chiefs. We need the second one to prove that the Rams are a good team. Goff needs to win this game. Not going to be easy against this Bears defense, who are going to be very hard to beat at home. This is going to be a fun matchup. 11-1, 8-4, late in the season, on the primetime stage. Who else is excited for the Bears and the Rams? Let me know down in the comments. I know this is going to get a lot of hate from you Bears fans. I'm only picking against your team because it's the fucking Rams. I'm sorry. I just don't think you can beat the Rams. You couldn't beat the Giants, so... Anyway, let's move on to Monday Night Football. We're all very excited for Sunday. And then Monday Night Football, we're treated again. It's like the football gods smiled down upon us and went, what should we give them in Week 14? Monday Night Football, Sunday Night Football. We got the Rams and the Bears on Sunday, and then get the football gods went, let there be the Vikings and the Saints with wild card implications. And then look what we got. The Minnesota Vikings heading into Seattle, 6-5-1 versus 7-5. A wild card seed is on the line, the best wild card seed, I believe, between the two. The Redskins, there's a bunch of 6-6 teams. This is a big game. It can put one of these two wild card teams way ahead of the pack and get them to a spot where they can kind of breathe a little bit, especially the Seahawks, who are at 7-5, or the Vikings, who kind of need to win this game to, stay tied with and be relevant inside of the NFC wild card race, and to stay alive in the division. Because if they win and go 7-5, they're only a game behind Chicago. So, and if the Bears lose 8-5, 7-5, but I don't know. This is a very important game. The Seahawks, for example, wild card. They just need to secure this wild card shit and just lock it up for themselves at 8-5. They can kind of breathe and know that they'll probably get in at this point. We'll see though. I like the Seahawks winning this game. It's 24-17. I think the Seahawks are a very good little team. I like Russell Wilson quite a bit. I've made that clear in the past. I like the way he plays football. I like their defense. I like the fact that they have like 8 running backs who can all run the ball. I like the Seahawks as a good little unit. It took them a while to find their identity this year. That explains kind of the 7-5 record. Also, I don't like the Vikings. I made no secret of that. I think they're very overrated. Their defense can be stopped if you plan against it and do quick plays like the Patriots did, get the ball out of the quarterback's hand fast, and the fucking Seahawks will do that to this team all game long. Very fast moving offense, very quick offense they can have in Seattle. So I like that, and I don't like Kirk Cousins on primetime. He stinks. He stinks it up. He just can't win big games. Like, even if it's not a primetime game, he doesn't win big games. He lost that game in New England, threw 2 interceptions, didn't look good losing. He's the Andy Dalton of the NFC North. This game will start to solidify that reputation more, as yeah, he does good in like bullshit games like against a 2-10 team, but like put him up against the Patriots, he lost. Put him up, he beat the Packers. Ooh, who cares? You beat a team on the road that can't win on the road. Like, that's not fun. Can you go into Seattle and win when your team really needs a playoff, like for the playoffs for you to win? We'll see if he can do that. If he can do this, if he can pull off the victory, if Kurt can actually prove to me he's not the Andy Dalton of the NFC, I'll apologize. I'll make a video saying sorry to you Vikings fans. But I don't think that's going to happen. You guys are going to lose 24-17. I'll put my 2018 NFL season pick'em record on the line and prove that I'm probably right about this one. But anyway, those are the ends of the picks. I hope you like them. My NFL season pick'em record for this year is 110, 77, and 2. So that's a pretty good little record. Hopefully we improve on it this week like we did last week with that 11-5 mark. I was very happy with that. It's a pretty good little mark. I'm very, I was excited about it. Anyway, so I hope you like this video. If you do, please leave a like. If you're new to the channel, subscribe for more NFL content and live streams, all that fun stuff. I live stream Monday, Thursday, and Sunday Night Football, so you can jump in and talk with us on those. I also live stream like gaming stuff 2 days a week, so I stream 5 days a week, upload content. Lots of reason to subscribe here. If you want to leave a comment down in the section, make sure you leave a comment is what I'm trying to say basically, because I want to know what you think about my picks. I want to know what your picks are for the week so I can comment and see how we both do in a week. I have done that for about 13 weeks straight. So if you leave your comment about your picks, I'll comment back what I think about them, and I'll see how we both do in a week, kind of like a head-to-head matchup. Also, let me know what you think of the video, what you think of the NFL season, just what you're thinking in general on the video. I'll be sure to get back to your comments. I've done that on every one of these. You can go back and look. Hundreds of comments. I reply to all of them. I like to build that community. I like to have interaction and talking with the people who listen because I appreciate you guys. I enjoy the fact that you listen. I like that you guys respect my opinion a little bit on football. So, make sure I'm just giving my thanks, and, I'm really appreciative of everyone who watches all this. So I hope you guys have a good rest of the day. I hope your team does well this week. If not, unless you're a Packers fan, I want your team to lose. But it is what it is. It's all fun. It's all football. Hopefully you guys have a good rest of the week, and thank you so much for listening to this DrTV presentation. I am Rob. Have a good one.